Hello everybody and welcome back to our brand new episode of our NASCAR MyCareer mode here on the channel. I hope you're all having a great day. Today we head to the second time this season, our visit to New Hampshire, but this time I'm behind the wheel because if you guys remember, we got suspended earlier in the season and I didn't actually get to take part in this race. It was actually Bobby Hamilton Jr. who was just recently announced to be in this car next season full-time as I head to Red Bull Racing. And we had some breaking news this weekend, and that is that Dave Blaney has signed with Richard Childress Racing to replace Jeff Green in the number 30 car next season. We of course have known there's been a bit of turmoil between Green and Harvick, and we talked about, Richard Childress already saying, hey, we're going to part ways with Jeff Green because we have not liked his attitude. He has claimed on multiple occasions that RCR gives Kevin Harvick better equipment. I mean, it's not been a good relationship between the two parties, and of course they're moving on, and Dave Blaney will officially move from the number 77 and head to that number 30 next season. We are as well going to be looking to get more episodes of this series out more consistently starting this week, and I'm hoping to kind of do at least 2 to 3 episodes going forward per week. We of course actually had hoped to kind of already started that later in the last week, but we had some obvious, unfortunate news with the passing of Kyle Busch, so there was a bit of change of plans there throughout the week, and it's hard to believe, in this career mode, in this current timeline, Kyle Busch's career hasn't even began, and it will be, of course, beginning. We know he's going to be making some part-time starts next season for Hendrick Motorsports in this career mode before they intend to take him full-time going into 2005. As we come through to qualifying, though, with a goal of a 29.971, we beat that goal by 0.3 of a second and go P19 here for New Hampshire. So overall, not too shabby. Right in the middle of the field pretty well, as we'll take a look at the rest of your qualifying order here on the screen. And it's going to be up front, Dale Earnhardt Jr. actually putting it on pole over Tony Stewart, Matt Kenseth, Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Newman. All your championship kind of protagonists right here are kind of all up there in the mix right now. So nice to see that as we're within the final, 10 races of this 2003 season. And the fight and the push for the championship is truly on at this point now, as Casey Mears and Joe Nemechek at Hendrick Motorsports, who we know is on the way out, and that number 25 starts at the back of the grid. One thing you might want to be concerned about. See that fire symbol? Dale Earnhardt Jr. starts from pole, and he's got the fire symbol. That is a very good combination. Dale Earnhardt Jr. just scored his 9th career pole. Now, one thing that's been interesting about Dale Jr. is currently his pole count and win count line up. He comes into this weekend with 8 poles before, of course, scoring the pole, and had 8 career wins. So can he keep this trend going of now 9 poles and 9 wins? Let's find out as we are ready to go racing. Dale Jr. Tony Stewart will lead the field to the green flag. We're racing here from New Hampshire for the second time this season. Kenseth, Johnson, Newman, all championship contenders in the mix as well, and as well Rookie of the Year contender up there in the mix, Jamie McMurray, who's really been turning up his performance midway through this season and has been putting pressure on me for the battle in the Rookie of the Year. And it's going to go, I think, right down to the final race at Homestead, Miami now, as we've got a very interesting, variety of tracks that kind of make up the remainder of the schedule this season. That's going to be very exciting to watch now, as New Hampshire, a track that I really like in this game, so I was really hopeful we could have a good run, as Bobby Labonte has been able to get in front of me there down into turn number 1 now, as we're just going to kind of stay put on this kind of, second lane, as I've got Jeff Burton to my inside in this 75 lap race. We're going to go 3 wide on the exit of turn 2 there, as now Jeff Burton is going to get clear into turn 3. It had been a very sporadic season for that number 99 of Jeff Burton. However, he's had a lot of success. I mean, of course, he's won a few races. It's been a very, like I said, though, outside of that, up and down for that 99 team now, as we have dropped back to 21st here in these opening couple of laps now, and the M&M's Ford behind us coming up of Elliott Sadler, trying to get get to my inside as we'll go 3 wide with his teammate as well of Dale Jarrett in that number 88 UPS Ford Taurus as well, as Dale Earnhardt Jr. continues to hold the lead of this race as we're right on the back there of Sterling Marlin on the exit of turn 4, coming to the end of lap 5 and really just kind of struggling to fire off in this Motorcraft number 21, so it's just not been ideal so far. We've got a lot of time though, 75 laps of racing, exactly 70 to go. And you can see right here, when we do get the fire off, we get this big run out of the exit of the corner, and that's kind of what I'm looking for in this second lane. You see a lot of guys running right down on the kind of flat bottom part of the track, but I've just never been able to make speed down there in this game, which is why I've just kind of resorted to running this kind of second or sometimes even that third lane up if I need to now. But this is right where I like to run, right here, and it's working as you got Bill Elliott, of course, in the final handful of races of his full-time career. And we know, of course, it hasn't been exactly the season he's wanted. He has picked up a win, and, you know, it's been an overall solid season for the Evernham team. Of course, the 9 team got the crew chief there of MJ Seals atop of the box, one of our members, and they have had 1 win together. And they're hoping that, you know, next season when they put Casey Kane into that car, that there's going to be continued success and maybe a little bit more consistency up front. I mean, in the beginning, like 10 races, it felt like Bill Elliott was up front pretty well every race, and then it's just kind of faded as the season has gone on. And, of course, they've not really been in championship contention. So we're now passing that Dodge number 9, and we're going to continue to go forward. And as well, these 2 Evernham Dodges running very close to each other right now. As you got Jeremy Mayfield running up here in 17th place, and we're going to look to... Well, actually, have a little bit of a slide on the exit of turn 4. I was about to say we're going to look to get up to the back of them, but now come to lap 15. The handling kind of starting to get away as Jeff Burton's into the outside wall. Caution is going to be out, and he goes around, tire down on that number 99 as Earnhardt continues to lead. And, you know, I do decide to make a very slight adjustment on the right rear tire pressure. I just didn't have enough laps to really know what I wanted to do yet in this number 21. We do gain 2 positions as well in the pit, so we are promoted to 16th. One of those spots is because of the 99 of Jeff Burton now, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. loses the lead in the pits and hands it over to the number 17 of Matt Kenseth. Now, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Is kind of like the first guy out of the championship mix, like in the point standings. Now, you've kind of got like 5 drivers that still have a shot, and then it's like 6th place or so of Dale Earnhardt Jr. That's got him like a little ways out now, as we were briefly there 3 wide, and there's still 3 wide behind us now as Jeff Green has moved up into 17th place as we're going to try and go around the outside. By the way, if you notice I'm a little bit quiet, it's because it's like almost 1 a.m. in an apartment building where I'm trying to make sure I don't wake up any neighbors, so bear with me here with this commentary, but I'm doing the best I can now as we head down into turn 1, and again back to the outside of this 30 of Green on the exit of turn 2, and Kenseth continues to lead as well. I can see up here, or up there, Jeff Gordon as well up there having a decent run now as I get into the back of the 16 of Biffle, just kind of stuck in this kind of 20th place area. And if I remember correctly, when Bobby Hamilton Jr. replaced us in this race for our suspension, he kind of ran in a similar area. So this car just kind of feels like a 20th place car here with 51 laps to go in this race. But you know, one thing that we have thrived on in this season is we have taken advantage of, you know, cautions and have been willing to do something different with our strategy during those cautions that have then turned into better finishing results and where we've ran. And that's immediately, you know, by lap 26 where my mindset has gone to. I'm like, okay, we can definitely utilize some caution timing if we do get that caution to do something different here today, and hopefully that will give us the opportunity to maybe finish a little bit better. I will say though, as these laps go on, I mean, we're moving forward, and by lap 29, I mean, we're right on the back of 18th and 17th of Biffle and Jerry Nadeau as well here just in front of us. But you're seeing we've got like 4 rows of like side by side right now, and that's making passing very, very difficult for anybody. But we get up the inside here of Nadeau as Biffle was able to clear him. Caution again here now, and everyone's going to stay out this time, interestingly enough. Matt Kenseth leads over Gordon, Harvick, Earnhardt, and McMurray running in the top 5. And you see the reason for the caution was Bodine and the 54 going for a spin in turn 3. caution because of that, and now we get ready to fire off again here from the 18th position as Matt Kenseth will lead the field back to green. Here we go one more time as Kevin Harvick in P3 ready to pounce. Michael Waltrip having a great run in that Napa Auto Parts DEI number 15 as well. Well inside the top 10, and Harvick, I can see from here, is to the inside, is to the lead. Kevin Harvick to the lead here in New Hampshire as we exit turn 2, and we're just a little ways shy still of halfway through this race from New Hampshire, but Kevin Harvick now takes control as we're going to follow that 31 of Robbie Gordon into the corner. Jerry Nadeau takes it 3 wide as well. Jeff Burton's trying to rebound forward here now up by inside as we exit turn 4. Now we've had a few different leaders throughout this race now. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Matt Kenseth, and now Kevin Harvick. And Jr. just has not been able to get himself back into the position he needs to be. He's been kind of stuck on the outside and just really not going anywhere. So obviously he would like to be able to get himself, back into the lead of this race, because I feel like if you give him the clean air and that Budweiser number 8, he's probably going to drive away. As Matt Kenseth, you can see from here, is back to the inside of Harvick and to the lead. Matt Kenseth returns to the lead here from New Hampshire, and Matt Kenseth looking for win number 5 on the season, which is far more than anybody else, as I've got myself 3 wide in the middle down this front stretch here. Gordon to the outside, Jarrett to the inside now, and I just said, you know what? Back out of it. One thing I've been trying to do ever since our suspension is just simply race smarter, and I feel like that's part of it. If it was earlier in the season, I would have sent it down in there, turn 1, 3 wide middle, and just said, let's have at it. But I am trying to make some smarter decisions as my rookie season, comes up into its final 10 races, and just kind of prepare myself for racing at Red Bull, where, keep in mind, Red Bull has signed me because of my aggression. So they still want that aggressive side, and that's something we're definitely going to utilize, going into season 2 of this career mode. And by the way, Red Bull is going to be doing a big reveal of our number 83 Dodge very soon in the coming episodes, actually, to kind of show, the NASCAR world what our car is going to look like going into 2004 with a brand new format. It's like a new beginning, a new chapter for NASCAR in the what will be called now the Nextel Cup Series that we learned just recently as well. As pit stop, someone's pitting in, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to come in as well because we're not far away, and I can't tell who's, I think that's the 30. Jeff Green's in, so we're going to come in. We're going to take 4 tires, and I was kind of hanging on at that point. You saw I wasn't going anywhere. I was kind of fading back, so I decided, okay, we're going to come in now. As soon as I saw someone else come in, I said, we got to go. So we're going to take 4 tires. It's going to be a 15.2 second pit stop, and we'll get back onto the racetrack. We will lose a lap. One thing that's interesting to see this guy passing me right here, the 41, Casey Mears. He pitted on the last yellow. He was the only one to do it, so he can go, I don't know, 10 to 15 extra laps than everybody else. He can't go to the end, but he can go further. Now he's so far off the pace that we already know we're going to unlap ourselves here. So we know a lot of cars are still going to be on the lead lap after this pit cycle now, and you have to wonder what's going to happen up front. Who's going to pit before who? Dale Jr., I would be watching for him. They know if they can get him into clean air, he can probably hang on and win this race, even if he pits a little bit early. But that's what I would be thinking. If I'm the 8 team, pit earlier than the leaders, and you might have an opportunity to get back out in front and control the pace of this race. For us, we're maximizing our pace right now to try and just gain, 3, 4, 5 positions and maybe get us to like 16th in the running order. Now, sure enough, Dale Jr.'s in, and so is Waltrip and Harvick. So they will pit earlier than the leaders. This is the moment of truth now as we come to 26 laps to go. Matt Kenseth, I would expect to be pitting 1 lap later, you would think, and he is in fact coming in. Kenseth and pretty well everybody else is into the pits. McMurray having a great run. Gordon's coming in, and a few moments later the pit stop's complete. Kenseth comes out, but he's behind Gordon. But look at the left side. Here comes Dale Jr. into turn 1. To the lead goes Dale Jr., or should we call it the net lead, because the 41 currently leads of Casey Mears. If we get a caution right now, all those guys that we just talked about will be on the lead lap, including myself. We're still 18th place, but Casey Mears will be able to pit and have fresher tires than everybody, and that would be really interesting to see how that works out now. But I just don't think that car has enough speed, so I don't really think it's going to matter at the end of the day. Unfortunately, though, for us, we didn't gain as much as I had hoped. We were only 18th. I feel like we only gained, 2 positions? I think we were running 20th when we pitted. And we're unfortunately on older tires, so we're losing time to the cars in front, and we're giving up time to the cars behind, which currently it's the 5 of Terry Labonte behind us, and expecting, of course, next season could very well be his last season as a full-time Cup Series driver for Hendrick Motorsports now, as we are approaching 16 laps to go in this race. And I'm just hoping, of course, it stays green at this point now. Just make sure we can finish this where we're at. But I would embrace a caution because we still could do something different and maybe try to gain the track position. So you know what? I'm going to change my opinion. Give me a caution here with 16 laps to go now. As we know, Casey Mears is going to be pitting here very soon, and he'll be handing over the lead to Dale Earnhardt Jr., who's going to try and hang on in these closing 15 laps of racing. Now to 13 laps to go. In New Hampshire, the Magic Mile, it's known as, and Dale Jr. actually passes Casey Mears for the lead before he's even come into the pit, so he just ran him down and passed him. So to the lead goes Dale Earnhardt Jr., as unfortunately for me, I've got a mirror full of the number 5 Kellogg's Chevrolet now, as Casey Mears is in the pits, and the caution is out. Oh boy, this is our opportunity. I could not find anywhere on the track that brought out the caution. But Elliott Sadler is coming into the pits, but I didn't see anything in the replay that showed like him bringing out a yellow, so I'm really not sure. However, though, we give up all the track position to get 4 fresh tires from 28th, coming in 9 laps to go as Dale Jr. leads Matt Kenseth, McMurray, Jeff Gordon. Into turn number 1, we are going to get the elbows out immediately. This is what Red Bull is hiring us for, a type of driving like this, aggressive, around the outside, and immediately we're up to the top 20. An absolutely brilliant first series of corners here, and we're just going to do it again. Here into turn 3, way out of the groove and the light stuff here now, and we're going to continue to just rip this outside line out on the exit of 4, passing Rusty Wallace alongside the Evernham 19 of Jeremy Mayfield. 8 laps to go, and Dale Jr. has gotten away. How about McMurray up there in P2 over Kevin Harvick and Jeff Gordon, Kenseth, Bobby Labonte as well, as we'll clear the 41 Amir. As you can tell, he's so far off the pace now, and we've broken into the top 15, coming to lap 70. Now to the outside of the Viagra, number 6 Roush driver of Mark Martin. Now lap 70 underway. Tony Stewart down here in 13th, giving up some crucial points right here to his championship contenders of Matt Kenseth, Ryan Newman, Jimmy Johnson, and Kevin Harvick as well. So this is going to certainly, if it finishes like this, it's going to tighten up this battle in the championship. But he does get past Robbie Gordon here for P12, and I'm immediately as well going to be looking to get past this 31 of Robbie Gordon. And I kind of felt like here with 4 to go, I had kind of hit my limit of what I was going to be capable of accomplishing on my tire advantage. I felt like this was kind of the flat line for this car. It just wasn't capable of doing anything more than that. So at this point now, it's just like, okay, try to get a position or 2 if we can, but most importantly, bring it home here in this 13th position, which is going to be 5 to 7 or 8 positions better than what we were going to probably finish if we did not come into the pits right there. Dale Earnhardt Jr. leading the way, however, off turn 4. What a race it has been for him, from pole position to losing the lead to not getting it back until a green flag pit stop, and now here he is in control. You guys remember I said it at the beginning of the episode, he's had the streak of continuing to keep his win count at the same number of his pole count, and he scored his 9th career pole coming into this weekend, and at 8 career wins is about to change that, because here he comes through 3 and 4 for the final time, and it's going to be career win number 9. Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins in New Hampshire as the crowd roars. McMurray in second, Gordon third over Kenseth, Labonte and Harvick filling out the top 6 as we bring it home for P13 behind the Home Depot Chevrolet of Tony Stewart now. And Jeff Green, how about Jeff Green in P8? Great effort for him as Jeff Burton rounds out the top 10 as you see the rest of your finishing order. So career win number 9 for Dale Jr. as well. That's a win for a few members of Ryan Brooks, tire changer on the 8, and RCR tire carrier on the number 8 as well. So congratulations to them. And Tony Stewart's championship lead to Jimmy Johnson, who just continues to grind things out right now, has diminished a little bit now, and Kenseth, Harvick, Newman all still within a realistic chance at a championship as you see the rest of your points. And I mean, look at the gap between myself and McMurray, and keep in mind that gap is smaller because of our suspension race where we don't actually get those points. So that does it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, and we'll continue to watch this championship play out between these top drivers in the next episode. Have a great day.